Shanahan offense and what bit them in the butt in the Super Bowl and almost bit them in the butt in the NFC Championship game is they're using an offense with the single back look. And it just doesn't work properly. That running back in this zone stretch scheme does so much better with the lead blocker if you watch it, because otherwise that initial just up the field penetration, it gets to the running back right away. There's no extra protection for the back to maybe make that backside cut. He's getting his mouth smashed in over and over again like you saw happen to Gurley. It's just, I think if you're going to run this offense effectively and the way it's meant to be, you have to have one of those running back spots be a fullback.
Yep. And if that's going to be the case, then that's where you can make that argument. Absolutely, just at 5 wide receivers then.
That actually comes into play with Jay's big, bold prediction we had after the draft. He is, as I am too, but he's a lot higher than Dexter Williams. He put out a bold prediction that Dexter Williams is going to be the leading rusher for the Packers.
I don't think that's that hot of a take.
No, I don't disagree with him because of the zone read scheme that he's going into. It's very familiar to him.
Yeah, I think I love the discussion when it comes to running backs on this team because they're pretty intriguing. I look at Dexter Williams as if you were to combine Aaron Jones and Jamal Williams and put them into one, that's Dexter Williams.
Yes.
his measurables, his profile, his spark, it actually is pretty dang close to Aaron Jones. But his build and his body and his size is pretty dang close to Jamal Williams. And so he literally is, to me, if you combine the two, he's the combination of them. The thing that I worry about and where I think that prediction could be right is just injuries for Aaron Jones. And I know that he's rebuilt his body. He's down to 5% body fat.
Yeah, he put on a lot of muscle to replace the fat, yeah.
Yeah, cutting out all the stuff that I like to eat, gummy bears and so forth. But
more for us.
So hopefully that helps keep him on the field and keeps him fresh and not as maybe injury prone. But if he gets hurt, I think Dexter Williams comes in and fills his role, and I think he does well with it. I think Jamal Williams is going to be moving down that pecking order.
Yep.
You took the words right out of my mouth. Literally.
We need to have him on again, Jay. This guy's amazing. You're amazing, Ryan.
I like you more and more the more you talk. Yes, definitely.
See, this is the thing I've always been saying is I just need to be on a podcast. I like to talk a lot, and I watch a lot.
You too?
I watch every video. I watch interviews because I want to understand the person and try to get behind, what's the personality, the work ethic, what are they like as a player on and off the field. Because I think it all does go hand in hand. Yeah, I'm a nerd. I'm a nerd for sure. I just don't.
Hey, we're nerds too.
I need to tweet more because
I'm right
been
there
on
with
Twitter
you, Ryan.
Since 2009, and I have 300 followers. Are you kidding me?
I just broke 1,500. And I don't even know how. I said that to my wife, and she was like, "Why do people listen to you?" I don't even listen to you. I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, I really don't know why people are following me. It's just her theory was, her theory was, I guess other assholes just like other assholes, and I'm like, did you just politely call me an asshole? She goes, yeah, kinda, and I'm like, so apparently you got to be an asshole on Twitter to get followers. Okay, got it.
That's why nobody likes me. Not mean enough.
You're too nice.
And then somebody calls Dave fat, and I go off on him, and I still can't get any followers. I don't know. I can't win for lose.
All right, back to Packers. Ryan, this came up in news updates, and Jay, I used it just as a little thing to get under Jay's skin, but now I know it even bugs even more. Do you find Rodgers' mustache disgusting, or is it beautiful as I find it?
What a dumb question.
I love the mustache.
So stupid.
Thank you.
For me, it's just a tradition at this point. It's kind of like it's not off-season training programs for the Packers unless I see that mustache. It's just I just know what time it is once I see it.
Right? Like, I'm ready to see passes go into those baskets in the end zone from 40 yards out in training camp. Because
Look,
that's what
I'm
he
going
does
to
every day.
confess something here. The reason I don't really like the
I
Aaron
knew it.
Rodgers mustache is because he's 6 months younger than I am, and he doesn't have any gray hair. And if I try to grow that out, I look like I'm a 60-year-old cowboy that should have retired. Okay? So it just
Dan
kind of
Nelly has a
irks
gray
me.
mustache, and
That's the
that's the
truth. I'm
manliest guy
coming
ever.
clean.
Yeah, I can't grow
Hey.
facial hair either, so I'm jealous.
I've got a big old beard sitting here like a mountain man in my garage right now. I have this knack. I just grow hair, and I wish it would stop sometimes. It doesn't stop ever. I was in the Army. I had to shave like twice a day.
Oh, right on.
Okay,
I
here's
come
a good
from
one
big
for you,
military
Ryan.
family, so.
Did you see the other day? I think it was 2 days ago. The NFL Network, where Terrell Davis had done the Packers 2019
Oh, God.
schedule and had us going 6
You had
and
to
10.
bring it up.
Oh, I had to bring it up because we got 9 minutes left, so I figured I would set somebody off because we still haven't played our NWO music.
Okay. I did not see that. I did not see that yet. I know what you're talking about because I saw like the video highlight or whatever, but I have not watched it.
Dave sighed.
He had
That's
us
not
getting
good.
basically swept by the whole division.
They had the Packers getting swept by the whole division?
Yep. It was like Terrell just went off, and he was putting us at like 4 and 8 in the back end of the season, and there was especially that stretch where there was a lot of easier games. He had us lose to Dallas, and Rodgers had Dallas's number in Jerry Jones Stadium. It was a lot of games out there. He had San Fran taking a W, and especially when we beat them last year with nothing on the team. It was just very shocking to see. I feel like it has to do with let's see, the Super Bowl opponents. Yeah, Denver beat Green Bay. He just never liked Green Bay. Dave, this goes back. If you go watch his record predictions, they've never been good the past like 5 years from him.
I was just asking a question. That's all.
I'm not too worried about something Terrell Davis says. There's very few ex-players that are now quote-unquote analysts that I really think are good. He's not one of them. So you have to actually watch a lot more game of other teams other than just the team that you were on to really be able to speak in it. And you got to do your homework, and he's just not one of those types of guys. You know what, though? I'm cool with it in the fact that I think us as underdogs, the Packers as underdogs, is where I want it to be anyway. I think they're going to surprise a lot of people. I think people are down because they haven't made the playoffs the last 2 years, because they have a new coach, because of all the drama that, you know, the media has been using for clicks for the last several months. It just seems like there's a lot of negativity from a national perspective surrounding the Packers, and that's fine. I think they're going to use that as fuel. I think Rodgers is going to come back like John Wick, and
Yes.
I think he's going to be motivated. And I just like where we're sitting right now. I think this defense is going to be much improved. I think their front seven is going to be sick nasty. I think getting Adrian Amos is huge because now you've got someone who's actually assignment sound back there. He's able to
Where he's supposed to be.
Be where he's supposed to be. You don't have to worry.
Darnell Savage.
Darnell Savage is my man.
Jane I picked in the draft. Oh my God.
When we drafted him, I was ecstatic. When we traded back up, I yelled, I said, please be Savage, because I really, 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 really wanted Darnell Savage on this team. Just like I really, really, really liked Jair Alexander. They're cut from the same cloth. They are the same type of
Love
guy.
Savage.
And they have swag that you have to have as a defensive back. I played defensive back. They've got speed. They've got long speed. They've got short area quickness burst. They dissect plays well. They're not afraid to make a hit and make contact. They're exactly what I've been wanting on this Packers defense since we lost Charles Woodson and Nick Collins. And we finally have those types of athletes again. It's exciting.
I keep telling Bears fans that I'm like, don't be surprised if Savage has an interception or two on Mitch Trubisky in week one. And they're like, oh, man, that's not going to happen. I'm like, no, it's definitely going to happen. You want to know why? Because Savage baits QBs in the routes. And Mitch Trubisky, one of the things this kid does, he stares down his targets. And if you got a safety back there like Savage who has a 4.3 40 speed, he's going to close on those routes so damn fast. And Trubisky's going to sit there and try and loft those balls up to the corners after getting a couple picked off in them. I think the Packers are going to surprise the Bears and take them back down a couple pegs to where they should have been 2 years ago. The Bears are still a talented defense. I just don't think the offense is up to par.
Yep. Nope. It's going to be great, especially that first game in Chicago.
Well, the thing that I love about Savage is Savage alone would have a hard time turning this defensive secondary around. But you pair Savage, who is the rangiest safety that Green Bay has had on their roster since we lost Nick Collins in 2011, okay? Or 2012, excuse me. And then you pair him with a guy that is in the right spot so there's not a hole in the defense, like a Ha-Ha Clinton Dix who goes to the Bears leaves. We get a assignment sure guy in Amos. And here's a nitpick, guys. For all you Bears idiots out there that still want to throw out your stats, the reason why Amos doesn't have more tackles or more interceptions or more anything else is the same reason why Hall of Fame type of cornerbacks don't lead interceptions every year. Because they're too damn good in their technique and what they're doing, you don't want to throw the ball at them. That's what the point of being a DB is. Ryan, you played DB, I played free safety. My job is to make sure you guys don't get the damn ball. So then you don't get a tackle, then you don't get an interception. You make sure your job's done. And that paired back there is going to wreck teams because it's just different from what they've seen in the Packers defense in the past.
It totally is. It totally is. You took the words out of my mouth when you said what you just said about pairing Savage with Amos. Like that's what's going to make that go, is that pairing together. So
and my pick for the impact Packer this year that I've been hearing that he's taking strides from his partner in the front seven is Oren Burks. I've been hearing he's taken tremendous strides because he's finally gotten over that injury he had last year, his second year in Penton's system, and he's got a guy like Blake Martinez to help him through and get him up to par. Man, I'm excited for that duo inside linebacker, Ryan. I can't wait because Burks was an athletic freak coming out of Vandy at the combine.
Yeah, he was looking good. It was too bad he got injured. Such a weird injury, too. And he was looking really good. He just wasn't the same after he came back from that injury. It looked like he just got behind. But full off season in the program. Hopefully he is 100% healthy. Now he'll be able to actually, understand what he's doing, so he can actually just play more instinctually and be able to use his God-given talent. I think you're going to see a step up from him. I agree.
Good. All right. Before we close this out, I got to go ahead and say it. Ryan, who's your impact player? Real quick, you got to give it to us. Who's your impact player you want this year for the Packers to come out and have that factor?
I want Jair Alexander to really step it up to another level.
My man.
He's going to. Yeah, that's my guy. Yeah, I think he would be one of the best corners in the league this year.
All right, folks, we got a minute left. We are going to let Ryan throw out all his credentials so that you can get at him and get him back out there creating content and getting off his.
Give him some followers. He deserves it. Very knowledgeable.
Yes. Go ahead, Ryan.
I appreciate that. So I have 2 Twitter accounts. I've got one that's just personal stuff. I live in Minneapolis, and so I keep things separate because most of my fans are Vikings fans. They would hate me for always seeing Packer content. So my Twitter handle for Packers stuff, which is what everyone cares about, is just Packers_365. Very easy. Follow me. I would love to have some more followers. I'd love to follow back and just talk about Packers stuff all day long.
All right. Thanks again to Ryan Molstad, Packers365 on Twitter. We'll see you next Tuesday